Hello everyone, this is Yoko. In this channel, I will share information in English that I have gathered myself, as events unfolding in China may not be reaching other countries. I obtain information from various media sources, and I would appreciate your comments on the content of the videos. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel and showing your support. Today's first topic is about a fund that has implemented a strategy of selling Japanese assets to investors outside of China. In just January of this year, the fund suffered a significant loss of nearly 20% and subsequently dissolved. I want to share this story with all of you. There are Japanese articles on this matter, so please take a look. The fund that incurred losses is called Asia Genesis Macro Fund, and its founder is an individual named Chua. As revealed in an interview posted on YouTube in March of last year, Chua has been involved in the world of trading for a long time. Formerly employed at Salomon Brothers Japan office, Chua, as discussed in the interview, has a detailed background in economics and investment strategy. While working at Salomon Brothers office in Japan, he was engaged in low-level trades and trading on the Nikkei index. Later, he returned to his hometown, Singapore, and worked as a proprietary trader in the trading department of an investment bank. He served as the chief strategist at the bank for 3 years, indicating that the bank had an office in Singapore. Additionally, his experience with various Japanese assets demonstrates a broad knowledge base. After accumulating a substantial fortune as a trader, Chua launched Asia Genesis Macro Fund in 1999, commencing operations in 2000. Although the fund achieved good performance, it dissolved in 2009 due to personal reasons. Chua re-established the fund around 10 years later in 2020 and reported a profit of 15.3% as part of the fund's performance in the same year. However, in the first month of this year, the fund incurred a loss of 18.8%, and Chua acknowledged a significant mistake, leading to the decision to dissolve the fund. The fund's strategy involved short-selling Japanese assets and buying them back in China. Chua observed a significant divergence between Japanese and Chinese stocks. Historically, these stocks tended to move somewhat in tandem, but this time Japanese stocks surged while Chinese stocks declined. Chua had predicted that the Chinese government would implement unprecedented financial easing and fund supply in response to the economic downturn. However, as this did not materialize, and considering the potential risks of continuing the strategy in these circumstances, Chua decided to dissolve the fund. There is an article regarding the views of foreign investors on the measures or lack thereof taken by Chinese authorities to address the Chinese economy. It is from a Reuters article on January 24. Chinese state officials expressed concerns about the significant drop in Chinese stock prices and stated their intention to take measures to stabilize the stock market. While the Chinese government has asserted that it is not ignoring the sharp decline in stock prices and is considering measures to stabilize them, foreign investors see that the root causes of the decline in the Chinese stock market are not being adequately addressed. They believe that the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, has no intention of improving the issues in the Chinese stock market. In Japan, the opacity of the Chinese stock market is not widely known, and some investors consider Japanese and Chinese stocks as similar investment targets. However, in China, there is a lack of reliable corporate disclosure, and there are companies that fabricate outrageous lies. Insider trading is also rampant. Business in China is not conducted on fair standards, yet depends on the influence of high-ranking CCP officials. Therefore, investing in Chinese stocks means investing in companies with opaque backgrounds. The numbers presented by companies are unreliable, and drastic declines in performance for political reasons are evident. Companies like Tencent and Alibaba are typical examples of this situation. This uncertain environment is unlikely to improve unless significant changes occur. Therefore, investing in China does not provide a sense of security. It will be challenging for foreign investors to invest in China unless the CCP makes efforts to change the situation. However, the CCP is not making such efforts. They benefit from insider trading and opaque information disclosure within the party, and CCP officials have no intention of improving this situation. Perhaps, during the era of Jiang Zemin and his predecessors, CCP officials also benefited from insider trading, creating connections between CCP leaders and foreign investors. This allowed foreign investors to profit by investing in companies backed by influential CCP officials. By the way, such information used to flow quite freely in Hong Kong. People who worked in the financial industry in Hong Kong have spoken to Taiwanese media, sharing their experiences. They mention situations where unknown companies receive allocations from the new stock department based on directives from higher-ups. In such cases, these companies were supported by important figures within the CCP, and investing in these companies meant gaining profits. However, nowadays, those with strong connections to CCP officials or powerful Chinese companies do not view foreign investors favorably. They are considered potential threats or hostile forces, and companies with close ties to foreign entities are thoroughly investigated by the CCP. Consequently, investing in China is becoming increasingly risky. Therefore, the future prospects of foreign investors actively investing in Chinese stocks are not clear. Instead, there may be possibilities of stock market manipulation within China. Historically, the CCP has pressured the sale of stocks and encouraged stock purchases to maintain domestic stock prices. However, from the perspective of foreign investors, investing in companies controlled by the unpredictable CCP, with its unpredictable actions, seems less secure than investing in countries with higher transparency, such as Japan. Given the divergence in the prices of Chinese and Japanese stocks, the assumption that this gap will narrow in the future may no longer hold. That concludes our discussion for today. Until next time.